Hi everyone, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this webinar this evening. We are so excited to share more details about your Kenya and Tanzania trips with you. The presentation will be about 25 minutes long, and if you do have any questions by the end of the presentation, feel free to reach out to your coordinator. We're going to get started now with the Kenya and Tanzania Trips Welcome webinar. To start off the presentation, I want to introduce myself. My name is Rachel, and I am an International Trips Coordinator at Me to We. I have lots of experience coordinating travel for others, and I've done quite a bit of traveling myself. My favorite destination so far is probably Iceland, and I'm actually heading off to Kenya this December and can't wait to share my experience with you all. I'm so excited to be able to share my love of travel with all of you. While I may not be your trip coordinator, I can assure you that we are all here to support you and answer any questions that you may have. While there's a lot of planning that goes into international travel, you'll be working with our trips coordination team to cover everything from completing your application forms to fundraising to packing lists. All of our trip coordinators are extremely experienced in coordinating travel abroad and are a terrific resource for preparing for your trip. We are all very much looking forward to working with each and every one of you. We can't wait to hear more about why you chose to go on a Me to We trip and what you're looking forward to the most. Here's a list of the items that we'll be covering today. We'll introduce you to the We movement, give you more details about your trips to Kenya and Tanzania, what you should be completing over the next week, required items, and the next steps for your trip. Some of you may be familiar with Free the Children or Me to We, but we recently changed our name and are now called We. We is an organization dedicated to empowering people to change the world and is comprised of two parts, We Charity and Me to We. We Charity creates sustainable impact through domestic programs like We Schools and internationally through We Villages, formerly known as Adopt a Village. Me to We, our social enterprise, creates products and experiences that allow people to do good through their everyday choices. Half of all Me to We's profits are donated to support We Charity, while the other half is reinvested to grow the mission of the social enterprise. Me to We trips are about making a meaningful impact both abroad and at home. In the next few slides, we're going to talk about some of the things that make these trips unique, such as the opportunity to volunteer, immerse yourself in a new culture, and develop your voice as a leader. If you'd like to watch a great video about We or take the pledge to join the We movement, please visit the links that are posted in the document on your portal. When you travel with us, you'll learn about how We Charity breaks the cycle of poverty through their We Villages model, currently active in 8 developing countries. We Villages is a holistic and sustainable development model with 5 pillars that all work together. These 5 pillars are education, water, health, food, and opportunity. If you'd like to get a head start on learning about what these pillars look like in Kenya or Tanzania, you can visit the links that are posted in the summary document available on your portal. I thought a great way for you to learn more about We Villages would be to show you this quick video.
What if we had the opportunity to transform millions of lives? What if we could give a hand up, not a handout? What if we could create truly sustainable change? We Villages is a powerful answer as we work together to create lasting change in the world. We Villages works in collaboration with local communities in developing countries to break the cycle of poverty once and for all, transforming lives every step of the way. We Villages has 5 pillars of impact that work together, giving communities a hand up, not a handout. We Villages is a model of sustainability, as within 5 years, community members are equipped with the knowledge and skills to maintain projects long after they have started. Through We Villages, over 30,000 women have a better way of making income. More than 1 million people now have access to safe, clean drinking water. 25 million in medical supplies donated. 200,000 children have received an education and over 1,000 schools and schoolrooms built. Farmers have been empowered to produce over 15 million nutritious meals. We Villages works in 8 countries around the world. We Villages is about thinking and acting together. And when we act together, we change the world.
I am empowered.
Our Kenya and Tanzania trips are really special Me2We trips for several reasons. We've been working in East Africa since 2002 and have developed really unique relationships with the communities that we work with. Let's now talk about some of the different components of your trip. When you travel in Kenya or Tanzania, you'll have the opportunity to volunteer on a project as part of a sustainable change in partnership with a local community. While on your trip, you will see our We Villages model in action. We work in 28 communities throughout the Masai Mara region. Over 10,000 children attend We Charity schools in East Africa every day, using over 130 schoolrooms, libraries, offices, and kitchens that we've built there. About a month before your trip, you'll find out which community you'll be volunteering in. Once you land in Kenya or Tanzania, you'll find out which project you'll be working on, which is really exciting. By working alongside community members and immersing yourselves in their daily lives, you'll have the opportunity to learn through community interaction and go beyond just the statistics of social justice issues. This is an opportunity to be an active traveler. With your group and facilitators, you'll have the chance to fully understand the new culture, important issues, and local way of life. You'll receive your trip itinerary about a month before your trip leaves, but some of the activities you'll participate in include a water walk in the community, beading with the mamas, and spending lots of time with your Maasai warrior guides. Our trips are also a chance to dive deep into issues that you're passionate about. Your facilitators will be leading activities throughout your trip to develop your voice as a leader and give you the tools you need to continue this experience through the impacts you make back at home. And finally, what makes these experiences so impactful are each one of you. Your trip will be full of like-minded and passionate individuals who are there to support you and help you with your action plan when you come back home to further your passion in making a positive change. Once you've returned home, you'll be part of a network that you can rely on and engage with to encourage lifelong active global citizenship. Now that we've talked about your trip a little bit, let's talk about the next steps in getting ready to head off on your adventure and the things that you should be working on completing this week. Some of you may have already completed these items, but we will quickly go over the most important things that you should complete before you can hop on a plane to get to your adventure. These items are the things that you'll need to complete leading up to the new year. After the new year, it'll be time to look at your next items due, which we'll go over a little bit later. When you signed up for your trip, you would have received a login to our online portal. The online portal is a way for you to stay on track with completing the necessary trip items and learning more about your trip. Make sure that you log into Portal throughout the months leading up to your trip to ensure that you're on track with being ready to go. As a reminder, your username is your email, and if you're unable to log in, click on the Forgot Password link above the login button to reset your password. Parents with travelers under 18 years old should have also received an email with their own portal account details. All of you have already been on the portal, but we're going to go over a few things that you can access through your portal accounts. When you log in, you can see the notification section as well as a participant checklist on the right side. This is where you'll be able to ensure that you're up to date with any items you need to have complete. When you click on checklist items, a drop-down menu will appear with links to help you complete any outstanding items, such as uploading your passport. Another great area to check is under the Resources tab. Here you'll have access to trip-specific documents such as packing lists, visa guides, and more. Right now you won't have most of these items, but as your trip dates become closer, continue to check back for new updates from us such as your itinerary, flight information, and facilitator welcome letters. You'll also see that there's an FAQ section at the top where you can find answers to many common questions specific to where you are traveling to. So if you have any questions, you can check here for a quick answer. As you may know, there are 3 payment dates in the coming months. For those of you that paid a partial deposit of $250 when you signed up for your trip, the remaining amount of $500 is due on Tuesday, November the 1st. Your second payment is due 4 months before your trip departure, and the final payment is due 3 months before your trip departure. Your portal account will be able to tell you the amounts and due dates for your payments, but please contact your coordinator if you have any questions about payments. Another great feature of the portal is being able to set up automatic payment withdrawals for your trip. You have the option to set up automatic payments from a credit card so you can make monthly payments towards your trip or have the payments come out of your credit card on the due dates. You can also make flexible amount payments on portal or call and make a payment over the phone with our team. Once your completed online application is received by our team, your coordinator will send your trip waivers. If you are 18 and older, they'll be sent to your email address, and if you are under 18, your parents or guardians will receive the waivers. The waivers will be sent to you using an online electronic signature program called DocuSign about 48 hours after you submit your application. You simply review the documents, insert your full signature and initials in the required spots, and submit it back to us through DocuSign. If you're unable to find the waivers in your email inbox, please check your junk mail folder. Another important item on your checklist to complete is uploading a copy of your passport. In order to travel internationally, you need to ensure your passport is valid for at least 6 months after your return from your trip. For example, if you return home on August 1st, 2017, your passport must be valid until February 1st, 2018. In order for you to go on your trip, we will need a copy of your passport, specifically the page with your photo and passport information. If you're renewing your passport, we still need a copy of your old one in the meantime. Please upload a copy to Portal or send this to us within the next 2 weeks, and when you receive your new passport, you can send us a new copy. One thing that is absolutely mandatory for all of our trip participants is insurance. This includes not only travel medical insurance, but also trip cancellation and trip interruption insurance. You will not be able to go on a trip without all 3. We have a great partnership with Manulife Insurance in Canada and CSA Insurance in the United States. If you're interested in purchasing from one of our partners, check out the insurance resource on Portal, email your trip coordinators for more information, or click on the links that are going to be in the summary document on Portal. If you're located in Ontario or Alberta, you can call us and purchase the insurance over the phone. If you already have insurance that covers these 3 items for you, then that's great. Please ensure you're filling this information out on your application so we can make sure that everyone has travel insurance. The AMREF Flying Doctors Insurance is an additional insurance that is specific to our Kenya and Tanzania trips. This insurance allows us to use an airstrip that is close to the communities we work in so that we could fly you out to a hospital or fly a doctor into the community in the event of an emergency. This insurance costs $50 and can be paid anytime between now and your final trip payment deadline. If you have any further questions about this, please let us know. I know how excited you must be to meet everyone that you'll be traveling with. We have created a Meet a Wee Trips Facebook group so that you can get to know other travelers, ask questions about your upcoming adventure, and get updates from Meet a Wee. You can find the link to the Facebook page in the summary document that will be on Portal. In January, we will be creating a Facebook group specifically for your trip, so look out for that invite. I know that many of you may be fundraising for your trip. Here at Meet a Wee, we want to do everything that we can to support you in making your fundraising efforts as successful as possible. We have a fantastic fundraising program that you can sign up for to support your leadership development and make sure that you're getting the most out of this experience even before you get to your destination. I want to take the time now to introduce you to Amanda, our fundraising specialist, who joined our team to share her expertise on fundraising with you. Amanda is here to support you in making a fundraising plan, thinking of new ideas, and of course, celebrating your successes. She also hosts fundraising webinars to support you along the way. If you want to sign up for a free fundraising program, please contact your coordinator. You can also set up an online fundraising page for your upcoming adventure through Portal. Starting an online fundraising campaign is a great way to raise money for your trip, whether it be for your additional costs or even your full trip cost. If you do sign up for an online fundraising page, please note that it will be shut down 1 week before you make your final payment. This is a quick reminder that the Joe's Dreams bursary application is due on March 1st, 2017. This bursary fund was created in memory of Joe Opatowski, a humble and passionate leader who dedicated his life to empowering young people to change the world. You can apply to Joe's Dream for a chance to be granted a bursary from $100 to $500 to be put towards your Midway trip. While the bursary doesn't cover your full trip cost, it will help support your fundraising efforts. Please search Joe's Dream Midway Scholarship on Google or visit the link on the screen. Another great way to help fundraise for your trip and travel with friends is through our referral program. With our referral program, you have the opportunity to spread the word to your friends who have not yet traveled with Midway. For every new friend that you refer, who then books a trip and places their deposit, you will receive a $100 Midway gift card and they will receive a $50 gift card. You can use this gift card towards the cost of your trip or at the online Midway shop. All you have to do is click on the link that's going to be in the summary document and you can get started. Next, we want to talk about some of the things that you'll need to complete come the new year. I know a lot of you have been asking about the flights for your trip. If you're on the group flight, we'll be sending out your flight details about 4 months before your trip. At this time, we'll be asking you to confirm through Portal whether you'd like to travel on the group flight or not. This means that you want to travel both ways to Kenya or Tanzania with the group. You do have the option to book your own flights if you choose. All of the Kenya and Tanzania trips depart from Toronto Pearson Airport except for Kenya Sea, which departs from the Newark Airport in New Jersey. It is your responsibility to arrange your transportation to your departure airport. If you require a connecting flight in order to meet the group flight, you will be responsible for the cost of these connecting flights. If you're requiring a connecting flight to the airport to catch the group flight, for example from Vancouver to Toronto, or if you're booking your own flights to Kenya or Tanzania, we ask that you wait to book your flights until about 3 months prior to your trip's departure. The reason that we ask you to wait is because the airlines will sometimes change the date, times, or route of your trip. We'll let you know when it's time to book your flights and we'll provide you with instructions on when your flight should arrive and depart. Many of you have been wondering if you'll need a visa for your trip. If you're traveling to Kenya, you are required to apply for a tourist visa online about 2 months before your trip. About 3 months prior to your trip, we'll be sending out an information package with all of the required information and documents that you'll need to apply for your visa. It is very important that you contact your coordinator as soon as possible if your passport is from a country other than the United States, United Kingdom, or Canada, even if you have a permanent residency card or visa. You may need a transit visa or there may be additional visa requirements. Tanzania requires that everyone obtains a tourist visa on arrival at the airport to enter the country, but you do not need to apply ahead of time for your visa. The cost of the visa depends on your nationality, so this means that you need to make sure that you bring the right amount of money with you in the correct currency. The visa for American citizens is more expensive as you'll be required to purchase a multi-entry visa. Again, it is very important that you contact your coordinator as soon as possible if your passport is from a country other than the United States, United Kingdom, or Canada. It's really important that you make an appointment with a travel doctor before your trip. Midway is unable to provide you with any guidance on what medications or vaccines you should take while traveling with us, as we are not medical professionals. Most travel doctors will see you 6 to 8 weeks before your trip leaves. When you visit the travel doctor, let them know that you'll be traveling to the Masai Mara region of Kenya or the Arusha region of Tanzania. They will be able to provide you with vaccine and medication recommendations specific to your medical history. In the coming months, there will be a printout on Portal available for you to bring to your travel doctor with all of the relevant information about the regions you'll be in and the timeline of your trip. I want to take some time now to go over our top priority on your trip, your safety. Midway has taken more than 6,500 youth on trips overseas since 2002 without incident. We take serious measures and precautions to ensure your safety from the moment you sign up for a Midway trip to the moment that you return home. You can see some of our safety measures that we have in place on your screen, but additionally, we have an entire team dedicated to ensuring the safety of our trips and travelers, which is our risk management team. If you have further questions about our safety measures, please reach out to any member of our coordination team and we'll be happy to help. Another thing a lot of people ask us about is our communication policy and what it looks like for you on trip. Upon arrival in Kenya or Tanzania, your emergency contacts will receive a safe arrival email letting them know that you've been picked up from the airport and are on your way to your accommodations. Within 24 hours, you'll have an opportunity to send home a personal email to your family. From then on, your emergency contacts will receive updates from your facilitators every 4 to 5 days. We do our best to include a photo in some of the updates, but the internet connection is limited. You're allowed to bring your cell phone on trip to use as a music player or camera, but your SIM cards will be collected once you're in country. The reason for our communication policy is to ensure that you're fully immersed in your trip and are able to disconnect from technology. We recommend that anyone taking personal or connecting flights brings their cell phone so that you can get in contact with our team while you're in transit if needed. Our recommended packing list will be available on your portal account closer to your trip, but I wanted to go over a few key items that you should be packing. Firstly, you're required to pack in a hiking backpack or duffel bag for your trip that is 40 to 60 liters in size. It's a great idea to ask a friend or family member first before going out and purchasing a new one. This will act as your main luggage that you'll check for your trip and can also bring a small backpack as a carry-on bag. It does get a little cooler at night than you might think, so make sure you pack a few warm clothing items and light layers as well as a sleeping bag. You'll need a British adapter plug if you're looking to charge any items. And finally, the water used for drinking is filtered and comes in big jugs, so make sure you bring a reusable water bottle that you can fill up to stay hydrated during your trip. You'll be provided with all building equipment such as safety goggles, steel-toed footwear, and gloves when you arrive. However, if you'd like to bring your own, you're definitely welcome to. In the spring, we'll be hosting pre-departure presentations in Toronto. If you don't live in the Greater Toronto Area, don't worry, we'll also host online presentations as well. These pre-departure presentations go over information specific to your trip, such as the itinerary, your facilitators, flights, and more. Look for an invite to the presentation in the next few months. This brings us to the end of the presentation. For those of you who need to get caught up, I wanted to highlight the important items you should be working to complete within the next week. Please complete your application, sign your waivers, upload a copy of your passport, and of course, purchase insurance or provide those details on your application if you already have it. And to get you excited for your adventure, even though it is a few months away, I wanted to leave you with this video.
They say that life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. My Midawee trip proved that to be true. Jumbo! To go abroad and to explore this new country and go on this adventure, it's something that you take with you for the rest of your life.
This concludes the webinar for today. I know that this was a lot of information, but you can access a summary of the webinar or view this recording through your portal account. Thanks so much for joining us, and we hope you're getting excited for your trip. If you have any questions at all, at any time, please reach out to our coordination team at coordination@we.org or over the phone at 416-640-3865. Thank you.